2 feet, some blanks, remote control instruction book pack and a standard remote. That is the TV from the front, the side and the back. So we've got a figure 8 mains lead, right angled connector to the TV, UK plug, a smart remote, close up to follow, then some M5 16mm screws, AAA batteries for the standard remote, which is here, and a USB to Type-C USB to charge up the smart remote. Looking closely at the smart remote, we've got the TV button, so whatever you're on, you can program that to either go to HDMI 1 if you've got a set-top box, or you can set it to go to live TV if you're just using a terrestrial input. Settings button, on-off button at the top, source or input button, menu button, back button, home button, voice command button, volume up and down, channels up and down, mute button, settings cog, play pause, got guide button, Sony Pictures Core, Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Crunchyroll, YouTube, quick access buttons. There's a tab there to pull out. I'm guessing that will activate the batteries. There we go. Flip it over and it looks like there's some sort of speaker in there as well, maybe to give you a bit of feedback. And if we look at the bottom, there's a USB Type-C socket there as well to charge it up. This is the standard remote also included, so we've got the information button at the top, same TV shortcut button there, power on and off, subtitles, audio, help and exit, channel numbers, guide button, coloured buttons for whatever they refer to, apps and media playback. In fact, that could actually be teletext, not guide. Source button, settings button, menu button, back button, cursor arrows left, right, up, down and enter. Home button, volume up and down, channels up and down. That will toggle you between channels, so if you've been flicking between 1 and 3, you press it and it'll go back to its previous channel. Mute button, play, pause, stop, fast forward and rewind. Settings cog again, and I think that's actually the guide button down there. Flip it over, bit of pressure on the back, he says. Oh my god, a lot of pressure in this case. What's wrong with these things? There we go. AAA batteries into the back. Does it come off easier the second time? Yeah, that's it. Quick look at the quick setup guide. Got a bit there, you can peel the box open, don't squeeze the screen too hard, don't put it on the edge of the table so it's going to fall off. List of included contents there. Again, unpacking it from the box. Place it on a large flat surface to get the feet on the back, and there we've got some information. There are 2 different height settings for those feet. Less complicated than the one I did a few years ago, but pretty cool. Okay, connecting the power to the TV and a list of some of the inputs on the side of the TV as well. And over there it shows you can attach some straps to it to keep it secure to your stand so you don't tip it over on yourself. Blanks over those feet, remote control, and that is pretty much it. Bit of info there about the speaker, so you can use the screen as a centre speaker on the TV if you've got a 5.1 system, so you could have a surround sound system, left and right rears, front and back speakers, use the TV as the centre, so that's pretty cool and tidy. Okay, so some solid metal feet for the back of the TV, and there are differences you can make on these for the height arrangement on the TV as well. So you can position these in a different place, which I'll look at in a moment. So soundbar in front of the TV, you want to elevate your screen higher up so the soundbar's not blocking the screen. No soundbar, drop the screen down so it's nice and close to the stand. Also some blanking plates to cover up the screws on the back of there. I've got the TV laid flat on its box with a sheet just to protect the screen. No screen protector on this, so you have to be that bit more careful, I suppose. Okay, and there's all the woofers and bits under here. There's a flap there for your CI card, or common interface as they call it. Not that I've seen one used in many years. And looking at the different areas here, we can see we could have the pedestal feet either in narrow or out wide. Probably look nicer out wider, I think, personal opinion. But depends on the width for your TV stand as well. If your TV stand's not wide enough, do you want to go buy a new TV stand just to accommodate your TV? Some people will, some won't, depends on your budgets. So I could put the feet in there, high up for the pedestal stand, there. Or if I want it lower down, I can move them and put it to there. So if you've got no sound bar, you don't really need to leave a big gap if you don't want to, and you can have it nice and close to your TV table. So the height from whatever it stood on to the bottom of the TV on this configuration, it's roughly 25-26 mil. On the configuration for your sound bar, so if we've got a sound bar, nice big gap, and that gives us a good 80 mil, whatever it stood on, to the bottom of the TV. Cool. Or I can put the foot out wide there, obviously 2 screws in, cover over the back. If I was out wide with them, I can blank these spaces off with these blanks here. They just clip in there and there. Put my feet in, but for the demo I might just put them in narrow for now. So 1 foot there, 1 foot there, 2 screws into each of those legs. Quickly wind those in. And to blank those parts off, you've got a little cover there just to blank the screws off and tidy it up. Also, while I've got it laid down, I did forget, or I didn't see in the bottom of the box, a separate panel here. So I've got my connections running down the side, which I'll get close up. You've got a little panel, goes over there and just tidies it up. You can just see, well, I can see, I don't know how well it shows on camera, woofer there and other bits of venting, maybe a bit for heat, but there are locations for speakers and woofers all over the place as well. That's for heat. I can see the main board through there, pretty cool. Looking at the connections running down the side, we've got a USB 2 socket there and a USB 3 socket. The USB 3 socket is marked at 5 volt 900 milliamp, so that one's indicated for hard drive use. Plug your hard drive in, you should be able to record to that, play videos back, etc. Digital optical audio out, center speaker in, so if we were using the TV as a center speaker channel, we can input to it there and the face of that becomes the center speaker. HDMI 1, 2 and 3. 3 is 4K 120Hz, but it's also marked enhanced audio return channel, so connect your sound bar or sound system to that HDMI socket there. It will feed the audio back to the sound system and it will also control it. So if you do volume up and down on the TV remote, it will do volume up and down on the AV receiver or sound bar automatically. HDMI 4 also marked at 4K 120Hz. So as far as I can tell, 3 and 4 are 4K 120s and the other 2 aren't. LAN or wired internet in, twin sat for watch and record, and terrestrial aerial connection. And the AC input, like I say earlier, is on the side there for that figure 8 mains cable. And when you've routed your cables down the side and out, pop the cover on, just to keep it looking nice and tidy from the back. And then we can see the exit hole here for the cables to come out of. Okay, this is the 55-inch model, Bravia 8. So, widest part across those feet, that is at 58 centimetres. Roughly, if I was to do it to the wider position, it'd be around 108 centimetres apart. So on the narrow position, 50 centimetres narrower, so 58 centimetres width, or 22 7/8 of an inch. Depth from the front to the back of those feet, 25 centimetres, or 9 7/8 of an inch. Height wise, to the bottom of the screen, 25mm or 1 inch. And then if it's on the higher setting, so elevate it on those feet, use the higher setting to clear your soundbar, it's 80mm or 3 1/8 of an inch to the bottom of the TV from whatever it stood on. Width wise, 122.5 centimeters or 48 1/16 of an inch. So height wise on this setting, 73 centimeters or 28 3/4 of an inch. And obviously you can add another 2 inches in height, elevate it up 2 inches using the other setting. Looking at the TV from the back, it's got a 300mm by 300mm square VESA pattern. From the bottom of the TV to the centre of that first VESA mount hole is 14 centimeters. TV's wide with wide internet, aerial and mains. Might put the HDMI from my Sky Q box to it as well. There's not actually a screen protector on this, which is surprising for a TV of this value, but it has got some bits of gump stuck to it, which I shall get rid of. So if this was mine at home, I would log it to my Google account, set up the Google TV, because you can just get more apps and stuff, why wouldn't you? But for now I'm going to do basic TV. Connected, that's my wide internet. Also Wi-Fi built in. Okay, so I'm going to have location, not bothered about statistics myself to send back. I just feel like I'm being a guinea pig for someone else, or free development. Accept. Ooh, looking good. So I'll have those two, not bothered about the rest. Parental lock. Can I have, 4 zeros is not valid, but you can have 4 ones. That's for future setups or parental locks if you set them, which is up to you. Power saving, I'm turning off myself, that is up to you. I don't think it really saves much in the grand scheme of things. I know electricity is expensive, but I think it's just going to ruin your picture, so off for me. HDMI box, that's the Sky Q box connected. I'm going to skip that. So aerial, I do want to set up, that's my terrestrial aerial for Freeview. So I'll come back in 5 when that's finished tuning. Okay, tuning has eventually finished, so region select, that's where my aerial is pointing. For me it's Yorkshire. And Leeds. Do like Leeds. Come on. Okay, and next. And next again. Okay, so if I did go to set it up, let's have a look. TV box, and it's not at 4K 120, so it's on HDMI 1. 4K 60 I think is its max. Not now. Yes. Done. And next. So specify how the TV is positioned. This is to optimise the sound. I've got it on a tabletop stand at the moment. Might go on a wall later on. Acoustic auto calibration. So it's going to fire some sounds out to the remote control. The remote will measure them and alter the sound settings for the acoustics of the room. There we go, next. And I'm going to skip registration. No thanks. AirPlay and HomeKit, so set up your Apple devices with the TV. I'm not interested for the moment. I'll check for updates. Samba Interactive, I'll have it on for now. Don't usually bother, to be honest. Agree and enable. God. So scan the QR code, you can get the Bravia Connect app and use your phone to control it. Okay, I'm not going to do the retail because I think I have to install demos off a USB, which I've got somewhere, but I've got some demos anyway. Okay, so I'll go straight to live TV and we'll have a look. I'm going to put UView on, so with UView, sign into your iPlayer, ITVX, all4, all that business in the UK. You can go backwards on the TV guide, select something at 10 AM in the morning, and it will load it up through the iPlayer, for example. So you can go backwards on the TV guide. We'll have a bit of that. Used to make the TVs really laggy and sluggish, so I didn't bother on previous years, but the power's a lot better now. So live TV. In fact, I'll have a quick look at the guide first, just turn the sound down. So you can see this is the UView TV guide, and all of those play symbols there, that's stuff we can catch up on. So I could go back, say, to 4 PM. Let it load up. If I wanted the repair shop, BBC One at 4 PM, press enter. Need to sign into my iPlayer account for it to load it up, and it will replay that on demand. Same thing, bargain loving Brits in the Sun. If I wanted that, 5 PM on channel 5 or 4 till 5 PM, press enter on that. It will load it up through my 5 and play that back, or Dawson's Creek. Ooh, that's going back. And all that stuff. At the top, you can see we're on today's date. 17th of June, so we could go up there, change to another day. We've got HD and Ultra HD there to filter the channels. I don't think we have got any UHD yet that I can see. Nope. Or you've got different breakdowns, entertainment and so on. Or I could go to something further on, set a reminder or schedule a recording. So pretty cool. Or I just click on one to select it. Where are we? Get to the correct time. It is it 10 o'clock yet? No, it's 9 PM here. So if I wanted women's cricket, click on there and it will bring it up. Okay, before I do live TV, actually I better just check the settings. So onto the settings button. So quick settings is the spanner icon, or if I hold down the settings cog, it does nothing. So I'll go to the home to go to the settings. Dashboard, settings cog at the top again, display and sound, I just want it on standard. For God's sake, keep changing them. So I'm going to leave it as standard, because to be honest, the Sonys out of the box are always quite a good picture. Back out of there, audio output, so you can adjust your audio output. ambient mode there, so screensavers when it's on standby, expert panel settings, so you can get right into the nitty gritty on those settings. Just going to press back again, settings again. I'm going to check out the system settings. So that's your ambient mode settings, power and energy, power on behaviour, I want on last used input, auto turn off when inactive. So when watching, I'm going to set it to 8 hours in the shop. At home I'd probably put that to an hour, because I know the kids will leave it running and other people and just go off doing other things, and it's wasting my electricity. And also wearing the TV, auto power saving, that's off, so I don't want that. And that's using a camera, so I guess the camera is looking for activity in the room or people, and if they're not there it will turn off. Power saving off, eco dashboard, what else have we got on there? I'm going to turn the brightness sensor off. So the brightness sensor, you may choose to have that on at home, because if you're watching in the dark it'll dim the picture down. You're watching a bright sunny day, it'll brighten it up. But for me, and especially when I'm doing a video, I've turned it off because I've got all the lights off in the shop here, so I want a nice bright picture. Okay, so I'm onto live TV here. I'll shut my mouth.
The Insurrection Act to call in the military under almost any pretense to crack down on nonviolent protests. So it's not just a blueprint for advancing very, very radical conservative policy. It's also a blueprint for ending the ability of the American people to say, hey, we don't like this, we want something different or something better. It's a really frightening way forward, and it is, you know, as somebody who thinks a lot about government and politics, I agree with Susan. They have learned a lot, and I think the Trump administration and the Trump team would be a lot more effective in the next term than they were in their first term at getting these things done.
The concern, Susan, for Democrats like David is that we're already heading that way. I mean, recent US Supreme Court decisions have already strengthened presidential immunity. We saw that a few weeks ago, and curtailing the powers of the federal agencies.
Yeah, well, that's an enormously important Supreme Court decision. It's one that has enabled Donald Trump to challenge his conviction on felony charges in a New York courtroom. It empowers a president to do without consequences anything he or she can describe as part of an official act. So enormously important. Here's the Democrats.
Sony retail demo coming up. Sports coming up.
Here come the two teams, Manchester United against Inter in the International Champions Cup. United face Inter Milan to Pogba. Sure, they're encouraging him to shoot, and he will have a go. Pogba does get it back. Rashford, Pogba, what's he going to do? I don't know how he got that far, to be honest. Here come United, Shaw. Brilliant ball into the middle, nearly finds Rashford, just a little touch. Took it behind him and it finished level on points with third place Atalanta in Serie A last season, Inter. Brozovic. Swept deep and was missed by the Gea. And it goes towards Manuel. Saka was back there, I think, to hit that away. Pogba back towards his own goal, and then the Saka up the right. Pogba's up as well. He leads it, brilliant dummy. Brilliant skill from Pogba. Where's he going? Wonderful. Why not? Good save from Handanovic. He's right. Shaw. Did well when Icardi was exiled from the team. And the Saka chopped down way into the penalty area.
Milan just floated this in now, I'd expect.
Young towards that corner. Handanovic forced into a save. Another marvellous moment for the teenager who's making a name for himself. Manchester United lead the game with 15 minutes to go. What a wonderful finish.
So much talk coming out of Old Trafford about the quality of this young man, not just from his youth coaches.
Okay, credit to Ubisoft for this one. It's Star Wars Outlaws official game trailer.
That's what I hear. The Empire? They're everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game. Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Star Wars
Credit
Outlaws
to
coming
Ubisoft again
2024.
for that one. Okay, for the sake of the demo, I've signed into a Google account just so we can have a look at the home screen. So at the top I've got for you, live, movies, so live's using the TV guide from the Freeview, movies, TV shows, apps and library. Drop down there, oh not on there, on for you. Watch on Disney Plus, so you've got an advert there of some new programme. Brooding, thrilling and gritty at the top, so some stuff there from different, oh no, it's all from Disney Plus, some recommended stuff. What apps we've got and pre-installed, I've got Live TV and Catch Up, that's the YouView app, Netflix, Prime, iPlayer, ITVX, all 4, My 5, Sony Pictures Core, Disney Plus, YouTube, Apple TV, normal TV, and See All. If I go See All, you've got that, and you can add much more to it as well. You can go to the App Store, search for different things as well. PS Remote Play, so you can stream some PlayStation games to it as well. Pretty cool. Going down, watch live on YouTube, YouView, should I say, some recommended stuff. Top selling movies there. Popular movies and TV shows, recommended videos. Gliding World Champion, so some other content from YouTube there. Get your own space from your watch list, which I don't know, I don't think I've watched anything, so there is no watch list. Action shows, free ad supported movies, so I guess that's all free and the adverts pay for it, so that's pretty cool if you're bored. Breaking interesting nuns, pretty cool. Mysteries, thrillers, comedies, so different genre breakdowns there. Going down and down and down, so a wealth of content there as well. You can manage services there as well, so all in all, stunning TV, and I think they're usually one of the top TVs of the year. I think it was the A80L last year, which was one of the top TVs, that and the OLED C3. They are about 1999, so just short of £2,000 in the UK at the moment, so it's one of the most expensive 55s, but quality wise the picture looked amazing on the football and things like that, so straight out of the box they're pretty much stunning really. Sound was awesome, almost sounds like having a sound bar or sound system with it, so I think it's got the acoustic screen again, and you got a nice bit of bass and depth out of there as well, good mid-range, so the sound was tip top. I suppose the only letdowns people will criticise is there's only two 4K 120 sockets. One of them I think was the ARC socket, which doesn't help because if you're using that for audio return or connected your amp, then you've got one socket left, which for me would be fine because that would be my PS5. That's the only 4K 120 device I've got. Don't have any other devices, so to me it wouldn't be bad, and didn't have a screen protector on it, which I'm always surprised they don't put one on. Well, apart from that, that is all for now. Goodish.